So welcome, module 4. Now in the next couple modules, we are going to be introducing some very interesting and valuable tools and frameworks that you can use, very practically on a daily basis as a reminder of how to really adopt this new perspective on experience in your work environment. Because it is quite a significant shift in how we think about it, and it's not something like a switch that you switch once and then it's done. It's something that we need to remind ourselves on a continuous basis, and having some tools and frameworks at your fingertips can be extremely helpful for that. So that's what the next couple modules are going to be about, and this very first one, we're going to be introducing the concept of vertical and horizontal learning. It's a very straightforward, very simple framework, but it's extremely powerful.
Horizontal training is when you can solve a lot of problems on ground level. All right, but you have complex problem that you can't solve on ground level. You need to go up, say, another level on the hill or the mountain to see the bigger picture, to see more, to see the trees and so on. So how do we do that? The way we do that is not through a skill, but through changing the mindset, right? And shifting the level of consciousness, and to be able to step back and see you seeing more trees, seeing the forest, seeing the lake in between, which you can't see at ground level. So, and how do you do that? You do that by essentially through growth in level of consciousness.
I have an example that's coming to me here. So if we take, a situation at work, or, in a school environment, or whatever environment that we're in, where there's interpersonal conflict, whether it be with your boss, with the principal, with a colleague, where you have this dynamic where you just, there's tension, right? There's conflict, there's misunderstandings, and I think everyone can relate to people that, we have to work with, and perhaps they're even our superiors. But we have this, this challenging interpersonal dynamic with them. And if you stay at the same level of consciousness, let's call it like that, this dynamic just gets perpetuated, right? It continues, and it doesn't resolve itself. And I think what I'm hearing you say about vertical development, like what that would look like in a situation like this, would be for one person in this interpersonal setup to be able to access compassion, right? And when I say compassion is the ability to put yourself in the shoes of the other person, right? And to see what is motivating that person. Where are they coming from? Why are they behaving the way they're behaving? To be compassionate about, maybe it's their family situation that is very difficult at the moment, that is, contributing to them showing up in this way at work. So to have that level of awareness about another person, to be able to see their whole, the wholeness of that person and the context of their life that they're in, the situation that they're in, all of a sudden you start to feel differently towards how they're behaving. So the way they're behaving is no longer, an attack on yourself, which it could feel like an attack, a personal attack, and you need to respond in kind. But now you can understand that, there's other things there that are, that the person is working through, and it's not a personal attack on you. It's more the situation that they're in. And that then opens up, the capacity to listen more deeply. Where are they coming from? To understand. Yeah, it can have a very, very fast and very meaningful impact on a dynamic, on a relationship. And I think that is, for me, an example of what vertical growth could look like very concretely, very specifically in a work environment, and how actually quickly we can access that, and how quickly we can also see the outcome or the impact of that type of shift.